We'll make it exciting. We'll make it exciting. Santa, slow start from him, but gaining momentum with the gorilla right behind him. They're trying to slow themselves down. They don't want to crash into the camera. Oh my god, they skid out. It's so close, but they're just about going to pull it off. Oh my god, what a performance from Santa and the gorilla.
And I'm going to make a bold prediction, and the game will be back in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please slowly fade into the game right now to make me look cool. Okay, there's a bigger delay than I thought. There we go. Woo!
Ooh, we're back. We're back. You're like a second ahead of me, by the way.
Am I? Okay, I'll fix that. I'll pause it for a second.
Sort that out. We are live, by the way, guys. We just we need to make sure that we're synced in with each other by like a couple of seconds. So.
All right. I'll tell you when it gets to a minute, mate.
All right.
Now.
Oh, you're way behind me now. Oh wait, no. Yeah. We're same enough. Whatever. Anyway, I didn't realize count was pointing backwards. Anyway, Empire versus Elements Pro Gaming. Let's get back into this matchup as we had a peaceful little sleigh break, and now our toes are cold. We're coming in. We're warming them by the fire and booting up some Dota 2. Madden heads towards this rune spot up in the top lane. You've got Elements Pro Gaming securing those runes as well. Which Navi is left? Which Navi right?
30 seconds to battle.
I see memes coming out.
Currently, all Navis are left, right?
See
what I did there? I said left and right.
Okay. I think.
Damn it.
I think Navi in the Winter Clash Navi was its best form in a very long time, but
it came second, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's classic Navi. Like, turn up to a tournament that doesn't have much impact, do well, then go back into kind of hiding for a little bit.
Well, runes are going to be shared evenly. One thing you're going to learn, I know you're new to this whole casting thing, but one thing you're going to learn is never trash talk Navi. Never do that.
It wasn't trash, it's being honest. If I was trash talking them, I would have said...
Oh, no, I'm moving on, Velo. Hang out here on the Beastmaster, you know, summoning hawks and all that sort of business.
And also, the Beastmaster, really important thing to note, you always put the hawk to block the camp, and the hawk is so tanky, look, literally going to have to do like 11 right clicks to get this hawk out of this camp. And it's just not work when the call starts right clicking him. Look, ready?
Why is the hawk so beefed?
It's insane. Like that hawk should at level 1 be like 2 right clicks at best, but the fact it takes that long for a support to get through it is just not worth him standing there doing it every time.
Pretty weird. Meanwhile, oh my god, the fireworks in the middle lane, what's going on? Jesus.
This is the first game that we've seen fireworks play. Another key statistic for you, because most of the games, the players agree not to use them, just because it's a stupid thing that should be. This shouldn't be in like this game, right? Like in a competitive game. So most players have like mutually agreed we won't use fireworks and stuff like that. But evidently here, Bo1 Ninja and Kodo's fireworks galore.
Apparently so. Rules out the window, but in the top lane we actually got first blood as the Brewmaster, goes down, being chased by the anti-mage and the beast. And yeah, I think this is a Kunkka favored lane, right? Like Kunkka versus Tiny? Or does Tiny have enough right-click damage to be able to turn this one around?
It's one of those lanes where they both have the same style. Like the Kunkka has the Quelling Blade and the Tidebringer. The Tiny just has the tree, so they're both going to be trading farm. Later on in levels, Kunkka will do more when he gets to 6, and he can like do the boat combos. So should watch out around about 5-6 minutes into the game and see who capitalizes on it.
Meanwhile, back Archangel on the Kotl, chased under tower by LeBron on the Slardar. Tri lane finds their first blood down here, but top lane, they already got it up at top, so old news to them. I think actually did get that denied, not just fire fireworks at each other.
It looks like Tiny's actually out of... Oh no, that's just a casting thing, I think. I was saying, I think the Tiny's out of fireworks, but evidently not.
We don't seem to be able to see how many fireworks they have. Meanwhile, Madden being chased down, the PA... PA is going to die for that kill. And find the Vengeful Spirit down here in the bottom lane again, so... yeah, a little bit of bloody in the top and bottom lanes right now. Mid is where the peace lies. Tiny currently doing the best though. Kunkka struggling a bit.
Yeah, it's a nice move of putting the Beastmaster into position 4. You need the Venge to... Venge will now go for the early Vlads, I still believe, and it just means Beast can It's just now it's like support that has free vision, can move around the map, just be annoying. Just gonna keep pulling the lane, getting his anti-mage farm, and the fact that it's a solo breathy anti-mage, the anti-mage again isn't gonna be punished.
Meanwhile, up at top, Kuman doing his thing, sitting around the anti-mage. A bit more of a passive anti-mage than we're used to. I mean, and if you're wondering, why would you say an anti-mage is being passive at 3 minutes 30 is unusual, then you clearly have not watched many of Kuman's anti-mage games, because this kid goes wild. He chases supports under the tier 2s. It's pretty insane. Meanwhile, Madden dropping in the bottom lane as Swift Ending and LeBron take care of business, and the Venge dropped once again. Offlane Venge doesn't really feel like a thing, I'm going to be real. Meanwhile, they're actually circling round on this pink hero here. That is the Kotal, who is very much taken care of. Oof.
Yeah, LeBron TPing for that one as well, making sure that Kotal can't really disrupt the creep wave equilibrium.
Oh, big words.
I said that one slowly because, yes, had to make sure it came out properly.
Well, Tiny now with his bottle has a regen rune inside of it as well, so we'll be more than happy to throw out some spells and try and grab himself a bit of CS here as well. Under tower, Koda's taking some damage. Bornea doesn't get stunned up by the Chorin, but he is going to stop for now. Kind of surprised he stopped going on that one, to be honest. I think with the toss, he might have been able to make something off it. I don't see how much.
He had the regen rune as well. It's just like one of those, I'm already kind of ahead in the lane just from that one interaction, the fact that I have regen rune, so I don't need to dive because I'm gonna have the next minute or two up, and if I do dive, they TP, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You know, LeBron taking some damage, Madden being saved by Black Archangel for the time being with that blinding light. They're trying to get the quick kill onto LeBron. They will manage to do so, but they trade Madden for it, and now Black Archangel being held in with the Sinister Gaze. Black Archangel trying to get to the tree line, but Swift Ending will take down the Kotal before we can make it there.
Swift Ending's currently 3 kills and 2 assists with no deaths. Like, this is a really good start for a PA. Empire should be a little bit worried about potentially the momentum that Elements could be rolling with.
Going for that shrine, heal themselves up, then straight back into lane and continue on with that aggression. Bornea going to get X marks off, but Kodos can't use the torrent. He can use the torrent if he wants to, but she decides against it.
I wouldn't be surprised if a support from Empire started moving towards mid. Kodos, the Kunka's about to be getting 6 soon, so it's be really crucial with getting the first boat turning into kills.
Line up onto LeBron. Well, he manages to get out the stomp. Black Archangel trying to chase him here.
Oh, the slow.
Might lose him. Yeah, I know. Now they turn it around onto Black Archangel. Blinding Light can help keep him alive a little bit longer. He's trying to get him to deny himself to the creeps, but they're blinded as well. And Swift Ending will get the kill with the dagger. Cute play from the Kotal. Meanwhile, at mid, Kodos dropping very low. With that Sinister Gaze, it's going to get them the kill. As Bornea takes level 6 in the mid lane. Swift Ending could be in trouble. They're anti-armor out onto him. Vela and Madden chasing him down. They've got that inner beast. Is it enough? The blur comes out. Doesn't last long, and Swift Ending is dead.
Man, it's good to be killing the PA.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Very good to be killing the
Well done, Empire.
Clap, clap, clap.
And again, the anti-mage just enjoying his lane, farming up. It's the classic way the Empire play this. It makes so much noise happen around the map that the anti-mage just sits blissfully wherever he wants.
Yeah, loving life, just ignoring those around him. Ron having to pop this salve a little bit earlier than perhaps he would have liked here, just from the crazy amount of poke damage from the Wave of Terror and from the Illuminate as well. Mitch doing his best to lane up versus an anti-mage, but I mean, it's a Brewmaster versus an AM is a very sad lane indeed. Like, he's not even going to have enough mana to spam out Drunken Brawler, so it's just a sad state of affairs. He's actually going to walk back to base, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising he went for the he didn't go for the passive one because Sudden died too.
Again, the bottom lane says to gaze out onto Madden, trying to hold him still. Swift Ending chunks away at his behind, but they manage to get the kill onto DNZ. Now Madden trying to get away as Velor coming in. Swift Ending with that medallion as well, taking damage on the PA. Madden just trying to duke it out here. He's going to live through it all, and Swift Ending takes a fall. Wow. Elements Pro Gaming will get greedy, and they lose a lot for it. And then a quick little pause from Kuma as he DCs.
You're a trusty
Sorry. Wondering if we're going to get more Santa and Gorilla Sledging.
Maybe. I think... Oh no, we're going to go for cinematic. Okay. I've learned. Okay, so it starts with cinematic for the quick pause.
Yep.
Real issues turn into Santa. And then any longer than Santa,
DJ Wild.
No idea. We haven't got that yet. DJ Wild.
DJ Wild comes out and blasts us with some tunes. You forget about all your problems when DJ Wild comes and slams down. Why don't you use this pause to go and bet some money on the game? Head over to ES.bet, type in the code W Madness, and go and get yourself a bit of insurance and some odds on the screen there if you fancy it. Just gonna throw that one out there every time it pops up.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Exactly.
Again, see what I mean about the Dota world? Like, look how flat, boring this looks right now. During a pause, the cinematic, the sky should be full of life. There should be stuff happening, and
the drab winter's day, like it's overcast, like it should be.
Something should be happening. Wow. I need to be absorbed into this game. I can already see how this line of cliffs. If I peered over this cliff, it'd just be abyss.
Hey, well, I'm sure they'll gonna be turning to you for directions on where to take Dota next.
Yes.
The land
Thank
beyond. Just make the map absolutely huge. You can't go anywhere into it. You can just look
no,
at
exactly,
it.
yeah.
Send your hawk over there so that you can have a little adventure.
Look at the promised land. That's what you're fighting for. Access to the promised land. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
yeah, see?
it's different.
I told you,
time.
right? Cinematic short pause, and as soon as the short pause is like, oh god, this is taking a little bit of time, hits you with something captivating.
Yep, and we have the gorilla and the choir from earlier on. Oh, none of you guys saw that actually. Sorry. Before both streams, we had a choir opening up the show. Very sad we missed that, but you know, oh, she fell down. Silly choir singer. Oh, what fun! What Christmas fun! I'm pretty sure this music is copyrighted, by the way. So, sorry, Beyond the Summit. it wasn't me. I know I'm gonna get like an angry email going, "Why did you play copyrighted music on the stream, Nomad?"
Yeah, how about if you just keep talking? Maybe then you can't really hear it. So
we'll sing our own song over there, over the top.
Okay, so I'll take it away.
Either. I don't know many uncopyrighted music.
I'm just a little bit upset with the performance of these kids going around this tree.
It's not a tricky task, is it? But they are.
Yeah, no, they're really making this hard. This is like a demonstration of hippomaniacs trying to win the last game, you know?
Savage.
Why not?
I think that they keep looking over to the camera crew like, do we have to keep going? And they're like, yes. Look.
Don't stop. This is 1 hour of B-roll we need to prepare.
Like the pause, you're going on songs. This is live, dude. Like shit, there's a pause. Get out there, kids. Go. Take the gorilla.
But it's so cold. Yeah. Please get out there. Dance around the tree. Don't stop.
I can't feel my toes. Keep walking.
There's been no update in the game about Kuman's disconnect, by the way.
He was a little bit late to the lobby as well.
Actually,
though, so.
I think that's Kuman in the orange jacket. He's having too much fun outside, and that's why he's disconnected.
Kuman, IRL 12-year-old.
He's pretty young, though, isn't he? Like in his teens, I think. 18, 19, I think. I will quickly double check for you.
Yeah, how old Kuman is, and is that really Kuman? Who knows?
No one knows. Kuman is 20, yeah, so recently.
Could be him.
It could be him. Just a short 20-year-old.
I like the way they're all like, oh, they're getting into it now. I was about to say like they're all dead except for like, there's one girl next to the gorilla who's just like so into it. She's been into it like the entire time. To be fair, if you get to hold hands with the gorilla, man, you'd probably be pretty hyped. The best place to be.
Oh, bless. Oh, nice. I believe the game's starting again now. That's good.
Can we come in now? No, the pause isn't over yet.
Kuman's just blankly looking at the camera. I need to get back to my anti-mage.
Alrighty, back to the game. We are restarted. Elements versus Team Empire. Hope we get back into this best of one series. Let's just remember what happened here. It's Kuman free farming in the top lane, PA free farming and getting a couple of kills in the bottom lane, but has died recently, a couple of times in fact. And the Tiny doing very well in that mid lane versus the Kunkka. So that's a sit rep. No real goal advantage. In fact, things exactly even right now as it just swings over to the Empire side from the Radiant side. Things.
Yeah, the game's going how Empire normally plays all their games. There's hyper aggressive and the anti-mage farming. So right now, this isn't anything abnormal for Empire. So it's so I guess a comfortable start for them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And just trying to farm up in this lane, using them daggers as well to farm from safety. No big issue.
Yep, for sure.
These balls are like super scary as well.
Yeah, very annoying. You
With
can't
the
really
medallion, it's very difficult for the PA to actually come forward for anything. So just a couple of levels, one item, and all of a sudden this lane gets very, very scary for elements.
If she does one bad blink, then she's going to be slowed down by the balls so much that she has to commit, and that's really bad. You don't want to be a peer that has to commit to anything. And a failed rotation from the Kunkka. They saw him come down from the ward as well. Yep, they did. Well, this will just turn into a tower, which I say failed rotation. He's now going to be able to go mid and potentially actually catch them if they're trying to be aggressive here too.
In mid lane though, they're going on to Kodos, it looks like. Kunkka in trouble. He just TP'd back to this lane, so if they kill him now, he won't be able to get back to lane very quickly, and they will get the last right click in from Bo1.
I have no idea why he just ran into the lane. Okay, maybe a lack of vision or something. It's very confusing. Sure, Kunkka, mate.
Does give his life away, and I'm right in assuming he TP'd from bottom to that lane, right?
Yeah, he did. So he ran from mid down to bot, tried to get the rotation. They just left the lane. He then went under the tower, TP'd mid, ran into the river, and got killed by 3 of them that were just standing there.
Oof. Not a good way to live your life.
No, it wasn't. Not at all. Again, the Brewmaster's was level 7 now, but obviously has his ultimate, and he wants to start pressuring towers because Brewmaster ult early on is really powerful. So.
Yep, and this tower will go down 2 elements as they are able to push through this middle lane. Illuminate's not enough to stop them from being able to take this tower, so it does a bit, but yeah. Meanwhile, at the bottom, they go for the swap and the Raw as well onto LeBron, and he's getting chunked down pretty quickly here with the TPs coming in. Madden actually trying to go for the TP out, but no! The Sinister Gaze comes in time from Madden. They blow him up. And, well...
Thank God there was the Gaze there. I was really worried for a second that he just missed his the Summer Slaughter. Very worrying. But again, Kuman's just farming up. Enjoying his time.
Having a pretty nice life.
Yeah.
Well, swift ending. Yeah, came up top. Maybe I can get some get some farm up here, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Swift ending. Has the crits now at least, so we'll be relegated to the jungle, which is not really where a PA of all people wants to be. We can just use that blur to farm up.
Yeah, that's one of the most interesting things about the PA, is the fact that you can just use blur and freely farm up camps. So it's an interesting mechanic that they decided to implement.
And if you're a Sly Boots and wrote down that promo code and wondering how to use it, you can head over to the WePlay website where you stand a chance of winning yourself an Arcana. Meanwhile, Madden tossed up, held still by the Sinister Gaze. Borneo with a Frost Shield as well. Slow Madden right down. Torrent, though, is on point. Now the swap to save the Vengers. They can't run around. And down goes DNZ. Empire trying to find some kills here. And down goes LeBron as well. The Lich ulti just not doing enough to stop Empire as they turn that one around. So a little bit over-aggressive there from Elements Pro Gaming, and that is going to cost them.
That was only the 2 heroes that were really mucking around with them. You still got the PA and Tiny finding their farm. And if... Oh, Madden as well.
Oh dear, again jumped upon here, trying to get himself out. Swap is being used, but Madden not getting it out this time as a split is used. Finished him off. Black Archangel brought down as well. And even they're looking at Kodos here, who's been lifted under the tower, brought back down. Rock gonna connect as in comes a Tiny. They've got the Avalanche. Eventually, they're just gonna dodge out that Torrent. And now Kodos, yeah, no boat for 10 seconds still. They'll finish him off. Swift Ending finds that kill. And Elements Pro Gaming strike back against Empire.
Yeah, the
Should be the other way around,
split there. It's like if you're out of position and the Brew can split in between your team, he's always going to catch the people that are retreating and block off the people like getting past you, right? So it's really good from Elements. I think, again, Elements need to assert their pressure now, because the way that the Tiny and PA are farming, if PA gets Deso, Tiny gets Blink, and they're in the face of the anti-mage and knocking on their front door, then you should be perfectly fine taking this game like before the anti-mage truly comes online.
Also, Thending probably feeling a little bit better about things. As I say that, she gets roared up, torrented, boat coming down as well. Swift and oh dearie me, Creeve will finish him off. Now not probably feeling so great about things. LeBron has the shield on him, but does need to be careful. They're just going to kite him out until that shield is over. Now it is gone. They will jump forwards, and that magic damage from the torrent, from the Illuminate. LeBron is dead as well. And Empire maybe looking for more here as Mitch. Looking. Meanwhile, more Borneers farming bottom. Guy top, still going. It's not over. There we go. Stun out onto Mitch. Meanwhile, the Lich ulti being used in the back line. Sinister Gaze is available. It actually get cancelled immediately. Oh no, that one is Sinister Gaze. Never mind. The Chain Frost. Oh, Madden and Velo eat the dust as the Lich ult tears through everybody in the back lines, ignoring the creep wave entirely, apparently. Now Swift Ending looking towards Black Archangel as well, but it's Mitch who does manage to dodge out that torrent a little bit early on the send back. Meanwhile, at the top, PA gonna probably kill that Kotl, but it's Kodos who goes down here. Meanwhile, Black Archangel going for the run around here, hiding in the trees, but spots him. A little bit of a questionable place to TP out, but wasn't really standing a good chance of getting out of there anyway.
The fear in this game is before when Empire played this anti-mage, they have these 4 heroes that they can just run at them. If they die, it's like, cool, whatever, they take some towers and objectives. But this time, Elements, they have a draft that, with these smaller engagements, smaller kills, they only need small items to come online. So, it's worrying if Empires keep taking these 4-on-5 engagements that they might actually feed Elements a bit too much gold and allow Elements to come online a little bit too early for the anti-mage.
Well, Elements do find their footing, and as you say, they might be able to find enough momentum to crush this anti-mage, but Kuman still very scary force. Top of the net worth for his team, a little bit far behind the Tiny and the PA, but this is a very close match in this laning phase, and we'll see how it carries through to the mid-game as we hit the 15-minute mark. Roshan potential is pretty low from both teams. Actually, no, Elements Pro Gaming have really good Rosh with the anti-armor, never mind.
Yes, they are perfect. Both teams are perfectly fine doing Roshan. That's probably one of the most critical elements of this game will be the Roshan fights. If Empire's still behind at the point Elements go, can they actually contest? They do have boat and good vision from Beastmaster, so there will be it'll probably be one of the most deciding things. Again, Elements are most likely just going to go high ground here. Just force someone back and then reset. Like, they don't have to go high ground. They just want to get one person to use their TP there, then they can get back.
Kuman blinks and they want this till on tower, but yeah, their base is being sieged. They're on the high ground already, and this is the classic Elements kind of CIS style of Dota we're used to seeing, where they just kind of see their timings, just go, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, see, this is all you gotta do. They just showed 5 heroes there, made it look like they wanted to go high ground. They used about 3 TPs, and now the entire middle bottom side of the map is Elements to play in.
Although the Lich and the Coddle by the smoke at the exact same time. This Roshan not going to last very long as the amplified damage, what was it, Corrosive Haze?
Yes, Corrosive Haze.
Corrosive Haze from the Slardar, and PA is not level 15 yet for the anti-armor. Is it level 15 or level 20 when she gets her anti-armor?
Elements that do have a really good vision here to actually be able to go on to...
Swap up to the high ground. Mitch in a bit of a tricky situation. In comes a Will-O-Wisp, gonna hold still. And now the Roshan has actually been finished off by Swift Ending, so this fight might not be that nice anymore as a Lich ult bounces between them. Madden keeping himself alive, but now with the Brewlings on top of her, maybe dropping, goes for the split, but Mitch was ready. Gives there with the right click from the Air Panda. And now looking for more. Velo being hit by the Fire Panda. There's that lift coming up. Immediately cancels, maybe a little bit early there. Black Archangel going for the TP out. They won't be able to catch that one, but they should be able to catch Velor here. They have that Corrosive Haze on him, so there's no way he can move himself out of this one. Stun comes out from LeBron. Needs a couple more hits to get those stuns off. There's the sprint coming out.
And Bash. There you go.
Oh, nice
Stun,
prediction, dude. Yeah, now the Tiny's on top of him. It's a slow but painful death for Velo. He finally does drop. Meanwhile, down here, we've actually got a fight coming on as Kuman jumps forwards. Mitch and Swift Ending getting a bit carried away with things, but they all back themselves all out together. There doesn't seem to be the catch here for them either, so Empire, they just get back to farming. Kuman using that Battle Fury, trying to get his
Kuman now has the Battle Fury. This is now the part of the game where Antimage will now accelerate his farm, and Elements need to decide, are we going to try and take these decisive fights and go high ground? Are we going to use our age? Like, what? Elements need to do something right now.
They need to do something indeed, but I imagine they will. To be honest, they've got the Aegis, they've got the heroes.
Both teams have like equal vision, by the way. Look at the wards; they're kind of like a mirror, a mirror of warding.
Just a line across the enemy jungle. Empire going in deep for this, but there is no heroes here. They should know this from their warding as well, so I'm not quite sure what the plan is.
The play here is the fact that you can assume that the PA might... Obviously, you have vision on that camp, but the PA might be farming inside of Blur, hence why you still kind of just go there anyway, I guess.
I guess,
like
but you see the creeps dying. Yeah, it's
no, but I meant for not for the camp that you see, the other camp north of it. Potentially. Again, it's a very... Like, you've already smoked there, right? And you don't have enough time on the smoke to go elsewhere, so you might as well just check anyways, right?
True. Shadowblade now out from the Conqueror on the Courier whenever that comes to him. Meanwhile, toss in Kuman. Having to... Oh, okay. Never mind. He got out of there fine anyway. He just blinked away. In case you're wondering. That's the finale. That's the conclusion to that story.
Yeah, again, reminder, we're not controlling the camera, so... TT tours indeed.
Did you say TT tours?
Yeah, why not? I think it's TT tours, right? I think it's TT. Is that the right one?
Stop. Down on the bottom lane, they're actually making a jump forwards onto the Kotal here, and he might just... Nope, can't make it up to the high ground. Instant buyback, though, because he knows how important he is for keeping the creeps out of the base, and keeping the heroes out of the base as well, and that blinding light, very, very useful versus this Phantom Assassin, otherwise she will just blow people up right now. Meanwhile, Element's trying to push in the top. Not too worried about mid, it seems like, but just trying to push in the top tower, get something for this, but the tower is going so quickly here. And now they just jump straight in, going on where the Conqueror is invisible. That's his Shadowblade. So,
you see the split to create a wedge between Dire and the pushing. You got the Earthbirds, the Air Panda, putting the who was that? The Conqueror up into the air. So, yeah.
Yep, those Rex under attack, but in comes Velor, gets the roar off onto LeBron, holding him still. Boronier coming in with the avalanche on the sidelines, going to bring down Velor very quickly. No, the Widow is keeping him alive a little bit longer. One more hit will be required, and he can't go in that deep for it. Meanwhile, the Aegis is popped on Swift Ending. They're just bullying him. They're on top of it. Kuman, he's going to take him down. Swift Ending is dead twice. Mitch trying to get himself away. No split available, no life left available for him. He goes down to Kuman as well, and that is going to be Empire holding and a little bit more. But they're looking for more, or are they? Do they even know the Conker's here? The Tiny is here? I don't think they do.
That's such a tiny play. You take a fight so noisy and just sit there and be like, where's my support?
Yeah.
Let me find the Cottle.
You get a little kill here.
Yes. Hello, Cottle.
Basically, Tiny's a slimy
there he
people.
is. See?
Hello,
exactly.
Madden. This is not actually a support. This is a 3-position Venge they managed to take out instead. Still a pretty big kill.
Yeah.
And they want the illusion as well, apparently. What? Trying pretty hard to keep that alive. Why are they trying so... Why do they use a mech to try and keep that guy alive? Come on, man.
No one should die. Leave no man behind.
Even illusions. Bad news, buddy. They time out. Hate to be the one to break it to you.
Wait, what?
Yep. All illusions must die.
No.
Just, I mean, in a way, we're illusions ourselves. We time out. Our time is just a lot longer.
You know what's more important than illusions timing out? The fact that that Tiny just ran away from all the stuff of Dire. Very sad.
Yeah, didn't care, did he?
No. Madman. Splitting up the map. Now the Anti-Mage is slowly pulling the game away. He's got 3k net worth lead. He was about 2k net worth during the early phase, and now he's slowly pulling away. The Anti-Mage factor.
Yep, coming into play, you defend once in a big way like they just did, and all of a sudden this game is looking pretty dire for the Radiant. Come up the mid lane and just kind of take these creeps around the place, but they need to make some actions. They need to keep on pushing, and you see that line drawn there by the Slardar just saying, let's get down this lane, let's push some towers, let's make something happen, because we don't want to wait out this anti-mage. We've got the anti-armor, we've got the PA. We can kill people if we find them.
Yeah, so when you get into the later stage of this game, the Anti-Mage will only die if he gets stunned into a PA, so it forces two heroes to always be chasing the AM, and you don't really want to be playing that kind of reactionary Dota when you're already ahead in the early game.
They might get a catch here if Kuman's not careful.
Sending the bird out. The hawk, yeah. Sorry.
I'm not going to see anything, but they've taken too much time, and Kuman has blinked himself away, so The anti-mage doth blink, and
I look at top lane now. They're in
empty.
bottom. They're in a good position to do something. But it's like, oh wait, look at our top lane. If we commit here, the anti-mage might show up top.
Yep. TP's coming out all over the place. Velo's actually going to get jumped on immediately with the anti-armor. Going to bring him down in time, but in comes the lamp from the Coddle, doing a lot. Meanwhile, DNC just completely blown up. They turn their attention to Mitch now as well, but he's got that split off in time. Meanwhile, Kuman stunned up with the Raw out onto Boromir. Kuman getting on top of that Tiny. Can he finish him off? Nope. Blinks himself away. The anti-armor a bit too much. Madden's still trying to fight up in the middle of things. Torrent come out as well. They will get the kill onto Boromir. Black Archangel going down as well. BKB popped from Swift Ending, trying to blow up Kodos. The Conquer is dead. He dies very quickly. Now look at Madden as well. Madden is taken care of. Elements Pro Gaming, they find 4. They do not get Kuman, but who cares? They get everybody else, and now they can get themselves a set of racks. Meanwhile, they jump in. They gotta be careful here on Kuman. Popping that counter spell. Just need to be careful. Sending in the illusions. Trying to force them back. Keeping that range melee rack, alive. And that is the important one as well. And Elements are not going to get the melee rack. So I really don't think Empire are that upset with how this thing has gone so far.
Yeah, this is one of those games where Empire is so used to having anti-mage come in and have an impact, and he's now just unable to actually do much in the fight. He just gets amped up, and it's like, what do I do?
Meanwhile, Kuman finds a kill onto Mitch even. Not quite sure what was happening there. Well. Elements Pro Gaming, I mean, you got to consider it a win for them, right? They forced out buybacks. They got a range racks. They did some damage, but still, you know, it feels.
Like it's simply an
Kuman? Oh my god, that was aggressive. He goes for the bouncy rune and he pays dearly for it.
You're right there, mate.
Yeah. Alright,
fair enough.
Sometimes, you know, you just got to do it for the boys, you know? Get that bouncy rune for the boys.
When Kuman's had these games on anti-mage where he's been like this hero that's been left alone for so long, and he's so used to having this kind of like, you can't kill me mentality, it kind of runs across multiple games, right? And now it's kind of caught up with him. It's like, oh wait, I've had all this farm, I'm joining the fight, but I'm playing against the Slardar PA. It's like, if I do a bad blink and I'm in the fight, like who's he man avoiding? Like, what's the big explosion? Who's he like really gonna? What's he really providing? Other than like the split push aspect of the hero, he's not that much in the fights.
Home tower being pushed in by the Beastmaster. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Although there is actually someone on him right now. We should probably look at. Nope. Down he goes. Oh yeah, so Slardar who actually went down there, so Empire setting up for this one. But in comes the PA. Raw immediately out onto the Phantom Assassin. Velo trying to get himself TP'd away, but there's a Sinister Gaze, and Swift Ending finishes the job. Meanwhile, the Venge will just TP out in the trees, not wanting to swap and save his teammate. It probably would have just ended up and then both dead anyways.
Yeah, +4. I guess this is perfectly fine for Empire. It just means you've got an extra like 20 seconds where elements are going to be sitting back a little bit. Anti-mage can farm up, recover the amount of gold he just lost because he just blinked on for a bounty rune, and yeah.
Well, Elements will go back to hitting some creeps for now because, you know, they're waiting for their starters to come up. But once again, I'm expecting more aggression. I'm expecting more fighting from them.
Yeah, I'd like to see the anti-mage maybe go for like an early butterfly just to try and counteract all this physical damage that elements are relying on to kill him.
Yeah, could be nice. The armor and the mischance.
Yeah.
Roshan will be attempted by Elements Pro Gaming right now as they jump into this pit. The anti-armor going to be making this very easy.
They know it's happening. They know it's happening. They're grouped up as well.
No way. I don't think they're going to get here in time. It's going down so damn quickly. Just a couple more crits from Swift
Ending. They're too late. They're too far back, unfortunately.
Yeah, very difficult to
doing a smart play. He's going to push in mid quickly, so it delays them by another 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's blinking down to bottom, but they know they're TPing to the shrine to try and catch him out here. But they will not find him. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I'd like to see Kuman also push out this wave as well.
He's just killing creeps, pushing out creep waves. And yeah, in comes Black Archangel in the top lane. Cottle doing the split push. Meanwhile, Swift Ending, Blurred up, looking for heroes. We'll find Madden. No, Dagger is out. 1 crit, 2 crit. Madden is dead. And they want the illusion as well. Gonna chase down that PA illusion. It's a flex, isn't it? Like, just I can kill you twice. I just want you to know that.
But it doesn't even matter. This kill means nothing because Kodo's with his illusion has just dragged the creep wave back down to tier 2. Kuman's pushed up bot lane into tier 3.
Yeah, he's
He
even going
might
mid
even
now
be
as
very
well.
greedy and run mid and quickly kill that
Come
double
on,
creep
man.
wave.
It's Kuman. You know he's going to be greedy and go mid. Like,
Yeah,
it's not even a question. You even pop the
The
Manta
way
for
that
it.
Empire are playing right now, really just holding on to the game, knowing that elements will have their power spike. It's like, all right, just do not let them get near our tier 3s. We're gonna lose buildings if they do. Just play around the map. We'll utilize the anti-mage for the pushing aspect rather than the actual damage. Because right now he is nothing in a team fight.
Brewmaster has that blink. And the Vladimir's offering queued up for the Assault Cuirass on top of that as well, so just going for those auras. It's the best option on Brew because obviously he can't use items or get affected by items when he's inside that that ultimate. Only the ooh, Kodos with the double damage. Only the auras. So Kodos invis with a double damage, but he's got to be careful.
Look at him, just diving onto the Lich bottom. Again, this is some mini-map casting going on, but
no fear. He actually blinks top as well. He wasn't blinking away there. He was going in deeper.
He was just trying to find the Lich.
Lost barracks. Human TPing out. Does actually TP back. Can they find the Lich?
Now they're going to try and be
actually,
aggressive.
Kuman jumping in onto Swift Ending here. Swift Ending does get the bash off there. Comes a lamp. Swift Ending still trying to play around with that BKB. Doesn't really care. The roar comes out from Velol though. Swift Ending getting low. They get him down. And meanwhile, Mitch is also taken care of, and they're trying to get the PA on the second life. Blur is used, but they surround her and blow her up. Down comes a Mana Void to finish off Swift Ending.
Emperor was so patient there. Like, they lost the melee racks, but they were so patient in allowing elements to have a little bit too much ground. So then when on the retreat, the Wisp comes in. Oh, I say Wisp. The Ignis Fadus comes in, seizes him up. Venge hitting the biggest stun on the Brewmaster. As he was about to get ult off, stunned, Anti-Mage comes in, right clicks him down, no mana, boom, dead. Oh, yeah. I'd like to see Empire maybe get a couple objectives from this though, because they did lose a melee rack for this. Could they force a buyback on PA?
It's
maybe.
possible. They don't have any damage without her. Like, what do they do? I mean, Tiny does
They have the
bit,
Brew split just for delay. So.
That's true, that's true. But the Lich. The Lich. I love this X marks onto the anti-mage. He goes in deep and then just gets dragged back out again. Meanwhile, Lich is going to go for that split and jump onto Kodos here with the stun as well, onto LeBron as well. But there's a blinding light, going to stop him getting off any more of those stuns. Yeah, it's bouncing around all over the place, and now the toss comes out. Kodos getting low. Can they finish him off, though? The boat is coming in, and that is going to help him out a little bit, but no, LeBron finds it, gets the stomp. Meanwhile, Kuman goes in deep and finds Mitch. Now looking towards DNZ as well. He's blown up, but they're running out of heroes on the side. The Venomants, never mind, they all buy back. They're coming back into this fight. They want to take this one convincingly, but Swift Ending, ball comes back into the fight. He's blown up. Mana Void again, and now he just takes down LeBron. Also, he's jumping all over Boromir. Kuman going insane. Can he get the rampage, Boromir? You know he's there. Kuman already on top of him, slowed down by the Lich, but chasing the Tiny. He gets the rampage, and now Kuman can get himself away. What an anti-mage player. You gotta ban it versus this kid, because he is on another level on that hero.
That was so good. Like, the Lich wasted his ultimate, cool, that's whatever, but just the way that they disengage, re-engage, like the Kunkka living on such low HP, they had to commit and dive into the ranks of Empire, and it was like the boat, and then Kuman anti-mage.
Kuman anti-mage indeed.
Go for the Scardian Soul, just tank up a bit. Now when he gets the butterfly, it's going to be so hard to kill this guy. This is what we were talking about, the anti-mage. It's like elements have this really good draft to punish the anti-mage early. As soon as anti-mage start getting these key items, he's going to run away with the farm, get Scardies, get butterflies, get the abyssals, get whatever he wants in the world. Literally any item he wants. Sorry, I just like Kuman anti-mage now. I'm now a fan.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not the only one. Pretty fun stuff to watch as he just kind of... It's the way he's kind of... It's the carrot and stick thing, right? His entire team is the carrot and he's a stick just whipping them from behind. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm not sure that's how that analogy works, but it's how I'm using it.
I'm trying to process it and... sure. And look, now he's going for the AC. It's like his build is just like, alright PA, you jump me, I dare you. I don't even care. I don't even need like MKB or anything to go on you. I'm just going to kill all your friends, you're going to do nothing to me, and wonderful stuff.
Getting that AC to make his team a little bit stronger. Tank up the carrot.
Yeah, it's just the way that Empire's drafted right now.
Oh, LeBron getting swapped up into the team. Roar is out as well. He is dismantled. And now the second swap onto DNC. Hello 7.20 as they dismantle this Lich as well. Can they finish him off though? The Sinister Gaze comes out. Meanwhile, LeBron will jump in. Madden's actually dead from the Slardar as the boat comes flying through. Doesn't land onto Swift Ending because of that BKB. Now looking forwards as well. Where is Kuman though? He's actually taken out LeBron for the second time as well. But yeah, thrown up by the Brewmaster as he's trying to keep him still. Meanwhile, the team go and deal with Velor. Velor is dead. Kuman actually just jumps in, takes his place, jumping onto Swift Ending, trying to bring him down. Kodos is here as well, but they just straight past Kuman. Go for Kodos. Now Kuman surrounded, alone, tossed up, avalanche. Oh, but the counter spell, and now blinks himself out. And he's coming back in again. Of course he is. Boromir, hello. I'm just going to try and manter up for this one. This guy is such a man. Keeping fighting, keeping it going. Does now finally get himself away, but good lord.
That's really good for Elements. Oh, and he's back in again?
What's he doing? He's going back in again. Mitch gets the crit. Nearly kills him. Kuman finally says, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
That's the only issue that is currently happening with the Anti-Mages. Even though he's having a really good game, he's got these items which allows him to survive in the fights, but he doesn't have like the bashes or anything like that, where he can actually jump on a hero, lock them down and kill them. He has to like blink on a hero, click them, they walk away, he blinks again, click them. It's not like blink, blow up. It's blink, go, and this type of anti-mage is good, but it does have its limitations.
Yeah, exactly that.
If you're smart about it, the brew can keep the anti-mage out of the fight. As soon as anti-mage isn't there, just right-clicking, pumping out that kind of constant damage in the fight, Empire will just crumble. And it's really key that you either stop the brew from ulting, which then negates the anti-mage, or I don't even know anymore. I'm Kuman anti-mage. Come on, man, hurry up, win the game.
We're done waiting. Well, Roshan, it's about to hit minimum respawn. What's it gonna be? Also, Ending deals with those ancient creeps pretty quickly, but struggling to really find a feat on this Phantom Assassin. Does look like it's going to be a long Roshan spawn. Meanwhile, smoked up, jumping forwards, goes straight away onto DNZ here. Kuman is in, but Sinister Gaze is out, trying to keep him held still. He's actually losing a bit of health, but in comes an amazing Ignis Sparta. Wants everybody there. It allows him to take down DNZ. Kuman still pretty damn healthy. A Swift Ending, getting low, just to Madden and Velor as they jump on top of him. They'll take him out. They don't even need Kuman to kill the PA. She's dead 110 seconds. Now Boromir isolated and brought down. Velor finds that kill, and LeBron doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell. The Slardar is taken care of. Kuman gets the kill. He's gone godlike. Another just down mid. GG. It's called. Man, this game.
I think just say hurry up and win the game, because he just blinks in, tanks everything, and they just win the game. So yeah.
Oh, okay, TeaGuvnor. Yeah, I'll jump in and then finish this one.
Yeah,
didn't realize you had somewhere to be. Let's roll. Goodness gracious. Team Empire Hope take the victory over Elements Pro Gaming. And that was pretty convincing from them, to be honest. They just flipped a switch and were like, hey, let's go.
They just have they have this way of playing, which is just Kuman, do your thing. We're playing as 4. We probably will lose some fights early on. We might win some fights. Like, we might already won the game by the time you join us. We might be heavily losing the game and really need your help by the time you join us. But no matter what, once you join us, we're actually going to start turning the tables. And I think it's working now because it's like, I guess it's just a new way people are playing against Empire. It's like, oh, wait, this is how they play. But after this tournament, the next one that comes around, it might be the biggest limitation of this team, because it's like, okay, we know how they play now. It's like they haven't changed the way that they play. It's always Kuman does this, us 4 do that. Yeah. So it's good right now, but you shouldn't expect like the results they get now to suddenly be the results they will get in the future as well.
What impresses me about Kuman is that he always seems to know when to go in as well, you know? A lot of problems with anti-mages is that they will farm too long, they'll have team have already lost the game, or they won't farm enough, and they'll come in and immediately just flop down dead. It's very tricky to actually know what time and when to actually start getting involved in these fights, but Kuman seems to have a sixth sense for this sort of thing. I'm not sure if it's him or his captain saying, all right, you can come fight with us now, but, you know, turns up to his first fight, gets a rampage, easy peasy. The game is pretty much done from then on out. Really good stuff from Team Empire Hope.
Yeah, from these types of games, it's most likely Kuman telling his team when he's ready, because
it's got to be, right?
Like, yeah, the captain will normally control like the early rotations and generally dictate like smoke movements and just general patterns of how to go. it's the mid laner and the carry. They decide like, okay, I'm leaving my lane and we're doing this. I'm gonna leave my safe lane farm in my jungle and I'm gonna do this. It's like the captain. It disjoints the team if the captain tries telling the carry what to do, because you as like, let's say pos 5 support, you can't like really have the feeling of what your carry can and can't do. Obviously you have the general
Right.
understanding of Dota, but you need to be the guy playing that hero to go, yeah, I'm confident running into this lineup doing this. So yeah, so again, just a really good performance from Koeman.
Definitely. Really, really nice players from this anti-mage. And man, I mean, the aggression, everything coming out from them in the end. But yeah, it's also the PA. You know, we've seen him be this kind of unstoppable force in other tournaments, but PA in this tournament not looking so hot.
Again, it's I've said this a lot of times now. It's like these big heroes, like the PA, the Magnus, the Brew, the Dazzle. I don't know. I guess even Beastmaster. They're all heroes that people have seen a lot of exposure on. And again, this is not like the biggest tournament. This is not like the tier 1 tournament, the DPZ event. So you've had a lot of coverage of all these big heroes, right? So now, when you get to these games, you're like, okay, well we know these top 5, top 6 heroes are what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
Well, no one really has paid attention to the next 6, the next 7 after that, right? So it's like, let's bring those heroes into the top. And it's like, oh, now you've got the big surprise of, wait, day 1, what do we do with these Deucer picks? Wait, what happens? Now people just ban it out. And then the fact that there's so many bans now with Tusk, Beast, and all that lot, it's like these other heroes are slipping through the pool, and that's where you get to this. And when you get the PA's good, right? It's a strong hero, but does it really match up to the split push potential of PA, the control of Beastmaster, and the Cole Ignis Vadis? Like,
you mean AM?
yeah, did I say AM?
You said PA, but doesn't matter.
I was so doing well.
It was like we get your point. We get your point. It doesn't matter.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. I mean, the teams know how to play around these heroes, especially like the big damage dealing. You know, yeah, she can kill you, but in a team fight, she's not that hot. Like PA is not the best team fighter. Anti-mage not really either, but still, if you just play the game in a way where you kind of abuse what your hero's best at and stop the enemy doing what their heroes are best at, you're gonna win. And when a hero's played a lot, you know what this hero is best at better than, and you know how to play around it better than any other hero. So yeah, I think that's the bottom line here. And
like
just
PA...
looking at these fights, I mean, Barney had the last second cheese there, but still, he's just so slowed up and Tiny trying to make his way around the fight, and they just blow up DNT. I believe this is the fight which really Elements did. Oh no, this was Kuman's rampage, wasn't it? Yeah, jumped on top.
Yeah, but this cemented Empire's kind of grasp on the game, because it was like we forced all these buybacks, and Kuman just does what he wants. Like, it's PA's again, back to the PA point. It's like she wants to buy BKB, right? And look at Empire's draft. Like the early BKB is good, but Beast counters it. Then you get to the later stages of BKB, and like in these fights here, you got a 5-second BKB against Ignis, against X, against like, it's so hard to play the PA in the later stages of the game, and that's when the Kuman then comes online. So, yeah, like right here, look at this Ignis. He's doing so much work, and the PA probably 6-second, 5-second BKB here. This is gonna wear out like soon after this. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Now it's worn out
of it. And yeah, I mean, this was the fight which Elements actually won, as Kuman kind of tried to just man fight this one up. I love the way the Kodos comes into this fight, and they immediately just skip past Kuman, blow up Kodos, and then get back to killing the anti-mage because they realize that he's much easier kill to get. Also, I think if you use counterspell, just you land from toss, it seems to toss up the Tiny, which is a little bit.
It's pretty cool. But this is the key fight. It's like, you're so tanky, Scarly Butterfly, you all jump in. He uses Ignis, they BKB, but they all BKB into the team fight, not into the Ignis. So now, when the BKBs end, it's like, all right, cool. We're still stuck here. No one else can join the fight. Ignis expires. We've lost the fight.
Yep.
I know, like as soon as it's up and you use your BKB, no one else can really get to you, right? So, no, really good last fight from Empire as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Some stylish dotes and a good way to do it as well. Just kind of playing around with those big ultimates and the Ignis, and just kind of waiting out that BKB. They gave Elements just enough rope to strangle themselves with. You know, they're just kind of you can take our tier 3s, racks. No, not quite. Keep letting them push, and then once you hit that timing, you go, and that is how you finish up a game. And that does mean that Elements Pro Gaming, I believe, they got no games left, and neither do
Hope.
Team Empire. Team Empire and Hope and Elements Pro Game. Yep, they're both done. It's now Team Empire Faith versus Gambit Esports coming up next. So that's going to cement basically the top 1 and 2 positions, I believe, unless
Correct. Yes, and then this next game coming up will be I believe a 3rd place decider, where if Empire beat Gambit, then they both go 1-3. But because of the matchup result, Empire beating Gambit, then Empire then move up to 3rd.
Right.
There you go.
There you go. Okay. I think I'm with you.
Trust me. I've looked at the page. I've studied it, and from what you told me about the whole matchup, I believe yes. Because currently,
so what's on the line here? What's on the line for this game?
Simply 3rd place, and
better seeding.
I guess a better seeding. That's it. You can't go out. You're safe. All you're doing is playing for 3rd place, and that just means you're going to be playing. I don't know how the seeding works for the next part, but either way, 3rd's better than 4th.
Alrighty, then we're going to go and throw it over to some adverts, and then we're going to go have a break. But we shall see you very shortly for the next matchup, which is going to be Team Empire Faith versus Gambit Esports right here on Beyond the Summit with the WePlay Winter Madness. See you shortly.